The major difference between the current package from what was presented to a Finance Committee earlier this year in January are twofold. One is the amount and where the money will be going to, and B, the general development directions, which I have outlined just now. On the first point, when we went to Finance Committee in January, that 10.6 or 10.7 billion plan was one which aimed at delivering a development program which allowed the park to invest in a number of major projects so as to rejuvenate the park, and through which we hope to regain the financial resources that is needed to cover both the cost, the repayment of loan, and also to finance for the future. The current package that went to LegCo 2 weeks ago was largely a rescue plan, although the amount is reduced by half. But the usage is very different. This is largely to repay the immediate loan, which are imminently needed to avoid a bankruptcy. Now, the difference is drastic, but it's very simple. Because in January, we could still talk about sort of investing for the future to bring back revenue. But circumstances has completely changed because of COVID-19, where the park has put to a complete grounding of closure. And there is no immediate prospect of bringing back to any kind of normalcy. So that's why that has changed substantively. But of course, the second difference is, particularly the second point, which is still evolving, is in facing such financial and also operating challenges, we cannot take on the original assumption or the plan. We must make adjustment. And I think that's a very common message, that both government and the park are fully committed, and also echoed by many members who have expressed their views. So the plan is to pick up from where we started in the development plan, and then to adjust it in the light of present circumstances. The 3 points I made in the overall sort of direction reflect this. For instance, well, it is almost unanimously agreed that, well, the strength and the core competency of the park is on conservation and education. Therefore, we should sort of redouble our efforts to re-emphasize this is the thing that can take the park to the future in a more sustainable manner. But having said that, there would need to be adjustment. For instance, the game ride, the mechanical sort of games, given the very heavy financial investment and the high maintenance costs, and in the light of reduced sort of visitors, would that be scaled down and give way to some of the more sort of attracting development potential, which the park is good at? And plus, that we also need to think out of the box, to think about any other means which would have otherwise missed or not permitted by the law or by the operating environment of the park. Hence, there would need to be sort of adjustment in the law, in the land use, and in the way of operating the park. So these are the adjustments that we are making.